I think.
Oh, see, like, yeah.
You remember that? Have to remember that. No? He doesn't remember.
I don't think I remember. Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Damn. I guess it has been a minute. It's been almost a year since you recorded, maybe?
It has to have been over.
Damn.
Wasn't it 2023?
Well, yeah, you got to tell them who you are.
Yeah.
Who we're speaking to right now. Who's Grace is on the mic.
y'all, the one, the only. Yeah. Here we are. Wow. I feel like all eyes on me, right? Just
No
made it
Tupac.
back. I think my mic still sounds a little low
Think it sounds low? Okay.
for my
could bring you up.
headphones.
Yeah,
It might be your headphones because you sound perfect.
I think okay. Actually, yeah. There we go.
got you.
There we
got
go.
you.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So
Now I can introduce
Yeah.
myself.
There we go.
Well, welcome back to
Wow.
another episode of I'm Not Supposed to Be Here.
I'm not supposed to be here.
So they say. Yeah, here we are.
Here.
Third season in, no?
are.
Right?
Season 3.
Season 3. This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Go ahead.
What did the
Bring
link
that
surprise?
Sing that low high.
Yes, sir.
We got some returning characters and faces.
Like he
Wow.
never left. Speaking
Yeah.
of being back, who are we with today? What's
Once more, Lucas MG, Lucas Gustin.
Oh my goodness.
I had to introduce
Oh
myself.
my goodness. Everyone
every
rejoice.
I guess if I was to actually, I wanted to introduce myself like that in person, so I don't know why I said that. I would just say Lucas, I'm Lucas, but
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
yeah, co-founder of the pod.
Yes,
It's
sir.
nothing
Yeah.
new. You
Something
know,
light.
should change, but the weather. you
Yes,
know?
sir. Talk your shit.
We moved locations.
We did.
We
Yeah.
did. Still recording out of downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a little bit of context there. But yeah, here we are once more. If I'm not mistaken, we did a reflection on 2023. We're currently halfway through 2025. So that's like a year and a half,
Yeah.
I think.
I think so, yeah.
But
Based on the last
um,
recording, yeah. Because I think the last recording was in December of that
Okay.
year.
There we
Before.
go, yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
December.
that
It was
was
before
definitely
Phantoms
December.
dropped because it was like the week before. So it was like December, like 1st to 8th, like around that time.
But people still been asking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are
They're
the
like-
people? Are there like
Right.
three?
No.
Dude, that guy.
So wait, before we get deep into it, let's introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
The
My
one,
boring ass.
The only. No, never. Trent L. Dickson.
Trent L.
As I have
Dickson.
doxed myself on the first season.
Okay.
If you've been listening that long.
There we are.
Yeah.
And I'm here with.
We never
the
got to
wonderful-
what the L was, did we?
The L. I think we talked about it.
I don't think so. I was just thinking, wow, what is Trent's? I might know. I could maybe get it in like 3 guesses.
Maybe.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
not
give me 3
Lawrence?
guesses. Hell no.
Is it? I was about to say Larry. Trent, Larry did that.
Fuck, that may or may not have been my second guess. It's not. I know it. What if it was like Luis or something? Lamont.
Lamont.
Hey!
Is that it? Oh, there we go. Play
yo.
See, I would have got that, but
Trent L. Dickson
Yeah.
and
That's
Christian.
and then we got
baby.
if we're gonna dox ourselves, I mean, it's 3 seasons and you know me.
Yeah.
So it's Christian, David, Felix. You know.
There we are.
Wait, David? Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that either. Can't
You
say
know
I
what?
did.
Now the world knows.
3 first names?
Yes, that's what people tell me. People tell me. Yeah.
Christian
AKA the
David
Eclectic
Felix.
Sage. You know.
Christian Felix. Yeah, that
CDF.
sounds so.
Yeah, CDF.
Yo.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's
CDF file.
Yeah.
Yo, that could be like an alter ego stage
Alter
for
ego.
someone. CDF
You know,
file.
I never really went by David, but I think I got my name because of my uncle. Shout out my uncle.
Dude, me too, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Miguel.
Ah.
Lucas Miguel.
I got my first name because of my uncle. My uncle's
Wow.
name-
Whoa,
my
so that's all
uncle's
3
name
of
is
us.
Trent.
Wow.
Look at this intersection. That's
Wow,
crazy.
that's very crazy.
There we are. But anyways.
Oh, so wait, what were
that's
we talking
us.
about before the red button hit?
Oh, hold on.
How many gigabytes?
How many
the moon landing
gigabytes?
was?
Yo, how many gigabytes did it take to for the moon
To be
land?
completely clear, I'm gonna say it. We didn't go to the moon.
Oh,
Now this is probably
Controversy.
sure,
Stanley
and
Cooper.
also this is a start. Perhaps I would think contrast between because I bet Christian thinks we went to the moon, right?
I definitely do. I definitely do.
Really?
Yeah, I think we did. I feel like humans have done a lot of amazing things. At the same time, we've done simultaneously the dumbest things possible. So, like, right now, whatever's going on politically,
Sure.
it's the case that we, like, literally discovered fusion, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Like, I think we've done it. Let me look it up real quick. Give me a moment. But
No.
I think we've
No,
we've done fusion.
we're talking moon though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Moon, because they have pictures of.
How did you come to this conclusion, Sir Lucas?
Okay. Now, let's see. Actually, two. I can't say that I have the answers, so I'm not claiming I know what happened. But I guess if I had to guess between if we did or we didn't, I'm going to say we didn't. And the reasons for that would be one that comes fresh to mind, and I guess this is no justifiable proof, but I just watched the press conference from whenever they came back from the moon with Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
And it was a like behavioral, like body language expert. And it's also just a notorious interview because of like their answers and certain inconsistencies that they had and whatnot. So I guess that's one thing that comes to mind. Again, is that irrefutable proof? Absolutely not. What about, didn't they like get rid of all of the records of how they did it? Or is that also not true maybe?
I think with the
But wait, let me name one more to somewhat prove my case. Also, okay, I'm going to just fling out, why haven't we gone back since what, like 1971, I believe it was? I'm going to throw those out there.
No, I genuinely...
wait, but maybe we did go, but like, and also with how the film got back, like going through a certain entry point, like within the atmosphere, like there's no way that film, if it can't make it through TSA, how's it getting through these whatever? But anyways, so again, that kind of collection of like maybe vague.
No, but I 100% can understand. So like, to kind of give context, this is not like a crazy thing to believe that it didn't happen. Because you got to look at the context of what gave precedence to the moon landing in particular. Like, nobody really understands or breaks down the systemic reasons why people believe...
Space race, right?
Yeah, because believe that what is typically seen as like an achievement can also double as propaganda, which can then lead to people kind of... not believing in the conspiracy of it. So like, or like may create a conspiracy theory around it. And then, you know, you kind of dig into like the vagueness of it and then there's no answers. And the thing with like conspiracy theories is that no matter how much truth you could throw at it, it's never a case of like true or not true. It's more so the feeling of like, this feels like some type of truth.
Is very true.
As opposed to like what the truth is. But like, 50% of the U.S. population doesn't believe that we landed on the moon, which is very interesting.
Wow, that's a big percentage.
It's like a huge percentage of people.
Okay, throw three back at me.
Yeah, I got you. So the reason why...
Saying that all things point towards...
We
were on that hoe.
I got you. So this goes back... This goes back
we pulled
to...
the fuck up.
This goes back to what... we were saying initially, like, how many gigabytes did it take?
3 reasons.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. How many gigabytes did it take to get to the moon? It actually took 0.0072 gigabytes or 72 kilobytes or something like that. It's very much like a kilobyte is like
put that in iPhone terms. Put that in iPhone form.
It would be like in terms of iPhone terms, that would be like an imperceivable line in terms of your storage. Like it's so small. It's like I don't think most of our devices, like that one SD card that we're using on the camera or on the thing, has like 100,000 times more than what was used to like really move the moon.
Wait, so this is you proving that we did go to the moon?
Yeah. No, but see,
Lucas is unshaken in his belief that we did not go to the moon.
I'm not budging, man.
No, but like what I'm saying
You're not doing NASA a favor.
You get 2 more points.
No. There's not a point. This is just context.
I need 3 reasons.
I got you.
The people are waiting.
He needs a digestible...
No, okay, please, yeah, because I'm ready to...
I got you. So the reason why we haven't given back to the moon, for instance, is because there's not really much for us to go back for. So
Definitely
like
heard that,
we've been, and there were 2 missions. So there was the Apollo 11 mission, and then there was Apollo, I think, 13, and then afterwards, I think we garnered all the information that was necessary from the moon. And so there's no real incentive to go, except for people that want to launch commercial or flights that are not in the government interest per se, because we already signed a lot of formal like contracts and deals and treaties saying that like governments cannot like colonize the moon as of right now. This is the standing of 2025. Maybe in the future that may change, but for military strategy, we cannot use the moon as a launch point. Like because as a planet, we agreed that if we do that, we're gonna just create more weapons of mass destruction. Like imagine somebody wants to put nukes on the moon, and then like in the midst of them trying to transport it, it just blows up in the atmosphere.
Right.
We actually agreed on something as a planet. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking.
So,
Wow. We
but-
Question to you, Lucas.
okay.
Do you believe? I know we're talking about the first moon landing. Do you believe that we've ever been?
Again, I wouldn't doubt it. I just I wouldn't doubt the fact that maybe we've been there, but I don't know if I believe any of the visual imagery of what we've seen. I guess you could say. So we're talking moon buggy. We're talking the jumps on the surface of the moon. Also, one small step for man. Okay, wait. Now, legitimate question.
Yeah.
Who filmed the one small step for man when he's getting off?
I think,
or maybe that was just like a part of the.
I think it was like tripod or one of the astronauts.
So wait, so
was on
somebody
there.
got out and said, "All right, you're good."
No. I don't think. I think when you look at the video,
I don't know. That's kind of trivial, but
yeah.
I mean, but no, that's a
I'll
valid
say-
question though, because if you're gonna film the first step, somebody
Exactly.
has to get out and step onto the
yeah,
moon.
like how did that? But again, so add that. There's my fourth reason, but no, I wouldn't doubt that, or I would see it perceivable that we have in fact gone. But yeah, something about the evidence and the photos. I mean, would you acknowledge abnormalities within
what I will say is that there's a lot of facts, even in the midst of our conversation, that are really hard to grasp in terms of like, it doesn't seem believable, but it's true. And that's like the weird nature of like truth too, because I feel like truth exists within context, and without context, truths can be very fickle. So, for instance, like I remember when I was younger, and I had like a argument with my theology teacher because I went to shout out Spelman, but I went to Cardinal Spelman in the Bronx to dox myself further. But people will know this on my bio or whatever in future time. Be like, oh, he went to this school and whatever. But when I went to the school, I had this argument with my theology teacher, and he was like, I was like, okay, if the tree is here, right, and then somebody cuts the tree down tomorrow, then is the tree still there? And he would argue that the tree is still there, and I'm like, obviously it's not. So that means because he was saying that certain truths are absolute, but truths are not absolute. They're in a context. But the reason why he didn't want to admit to that was because he didn't want to admit to the idea that truth is relative, or that morals can be relative, because he's a theology teacher trying to teach me things in the binary of Christianity good, this bad, or whatever the case may be. But the more I kind of sat with the question, this is kind of like plagued a lot of philosophers too, and like artists and people. It's just like, what is the nature of truth, and how do we ascertain what is true and what isn't true? We have the scientific theory for truth. We have philosophy for truth. There's different ways to understand truth, and the way that we kind of justify what is true and what is real is a big facet in terms of like, it's one of the undercurrents of a lot of what makes society function. Because even the way that we think, all right, it's true that I have the ability to rise in income as I work more, and the belief in a meritocracy type of system, despite a lot of evidence doing so. And that truth creates people that are more economically productive. And so, like, the nature of truth is very much interesting in that space. And to bring it back to here, the nature of conspiracy theories and how they become so popular. Like, it's very easy for people to fall into the trap of a QAnon, or to fall into the trap of flat Earth, or to fall into just a conspiracy that we didn't land into the moon. Because there's a lot of evidence that you can pull that is true as well, but truth can be simultaneous in two spaces. So like, even with the moon landing, it is like a popular thing that comes from that kind of community of thought is like Stanley Kubrick shot it because of the way that 2001: A Space Odyssey was made and the inconsistencies in how information was relayed, and also past the 70s, especially on the American type of sentiment, our relationship to our government, especially with Nixon, literally shattered a lot of what we thought was true. And the more that we kind of go through American history, the more distrust and more disdain we have towards the government and everything. and truth in general.
And Kirk, what do you think about that?
Oh, sir, I'm right by your crib.
Oh, God, no way. Damn it. Sorry. Yo. Oh, wait. We're recording. My goodness. Hold on, Kirk. I'm going to text you.
Shout out to Kirk.
Shout out to Kirk.
This episode is dedicated to
right before we picked up, we dedicated this call to the gentleman that was just on the line, and I hung up on him because I can't multitask. Kirk, if you hear this, we love you, bro. I'm gonna text him. But anyway, I mean, I'm still not convinced we went to the moon.
Hold on. I addressed your
What
first
do you
fact.
think, Trent? How about that? What do you think?
I believe we did, but I'm very much open to the idea that we didn't.
Whoa.
Or at least in that first one, because it's hard to, especially with things in the past, it's hard to prove something that's already happened like that. Like it's damn, that shows you how much I've been talking. I had to clear my throat. No, it's how much things can be tampered. I'm very cautious in what I 100% put my belief in, So I say yes, but I still hold back a percentage of maybe not.
Healthy skepticism,
Yes.
perhaps. Well,
Skepticism.
interesting. Yeah, I rock with that.
Yeah, I'm in between.
I like that.
Really? I like that. I like that there's a
literally.
I like that there's
Trent
a
is
difference
between Christian.
But I definitely look into information and the reason why we believe things, especially because when you're doing music, like the nature of how you do music and whether your performance is believable, whether you're actually committing to the things that you believe, like the narratives that we tell ourselves expand once you make or create stuff, because that means you're expecting other people to expand with you and expand their narrative for you, and to express and feel how you feel about particular things, and express even in the way that we communicate on the podcast. Like, we're amplifying our feelings, our thoughts, our truths.
Yeah.
What is true to me? What deserves to be expressed by me. And so
I get you.
I sit in that a lot, and then I love sociology. So information is definitely a thing.
It is
in sociology that can create a lot of privilege and also a lot of dysfunction within a system.
Absolutely. And speaking of expanding narratives, this is the first episode of the third season. So
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're essentially expanding our narrative. And one thing we wanted to do is talk about, who we are, where we've been, since the beginning, of course, and then also since we last recorded. I'm gonna let you go first, Lucas. Who are you?
Wow, me up
Where
first.
have you been?
Wow.
I mean, we can bounce it back to Christian.
Yeah, no, I've been just making my house a home. Honestly, that has been preoccupying so much of my time in such a fun way. Very rewarding in its own sense. I think again, just getting plants and getting my eyes are closed, but I'm going to point to a poster that's not there. But no, I just got a beautiful poster framed. I'm seeking out custom framing and looking at furniture and rugs and how to hang shit up on the wall and I mean, how to make shelves. Yeah, which has been such a I don't know the word, heartfelt experience almost. I've really enjoyed it so much. Again, I just touched on before we were recording, I have a recently acquired green thumb, or I guess I just tapped into it. I've really had an affinity for plants lately.
Shouts out to our studio
Just been
audience.
great.
Plants
Yeah, look at
behind
them.
me.
They're healthy too, y'all. Better
Look at
believe that.
Not a
man,
single
but
brown piece of leaf.
I've trimmed up a little bit, so that. But I guess consequently, that's kind of taken a bit of time away from like creative endeavors. A little bit, just because that can very comfortably be an all-day ordeal, right? Where I'm
Absolutely.
like, okay, I'm working on the plan. Let me go to Home Depot, and then before I know it, at 6 p.m., I'm like,
But that is kind of a creative endeavor in itself, right? I mean, you're essentially
so is
nurturing these plants.
Yeah.
I mean, and your environment is
Yeah,
actually
and
essentially important
exactly.
to the creative
I guess-
process as well.
Yeah, and those are all just little facets of like, the environment and like the home base nucleus of where you exist, recharge, respawn, all that fun stuff. So
Respawn.
I've been really preoccupied with that.
And I can tell you look so comfortable in the space. I love it.
Really,
Right?
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I absolutely love it here. Again, this is my first ever apartment. I've never lived on my own before, especially in New York City.
That's fire in itself.
It's really a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I would say that has been preoccupying my time, and honestly, just trying to push myself creatively as well, learning more about things I need to work on within achieving how to get there. Time management has been a huge thing I've kind of been wrestling with in its own regard, as far as even the other day, for the first time in a while, I wrote down all of my priorities and the things that I want to like pay attention to, and then actually occupy all of my days and how to attend to all of them accurately. And I just saw how much there is I want to achieve, and that's not even like I'm going to win the Olympics or something, achieve, but just like to sustain every facet that I, look to
absolutely.
supplement, whatever. But anyways, and I mean, I can't even say I did well. That was actually last Sunday and it's Saturday afternoon. Actually, I did better. I was
gonna say, did you make it
But-
at least through half?
Yeah,
I've done it.
certainly.
That's
I
good,
mean,
though.
That's good
and
that
for
you
me,
make it
it's
through
like, I mean, just cutting up time, and like if you obviously work full time and then still making time for creative, romantic life, social life, and then even yourself. That's really the
that's the
fucking
most
hardest part.
important.
Did I just curse for the first time on the episode? First curse word of the
First
season.
curse word of the season.
But
Expletives were thrown
finding
before.
space for myself has been so difficult. I've been inquiring with, or not so difficult, but a challenge. And I've been inquiring with different people to see how they spend time by themselves, if they need it from varying degrees, if they're in relationships, or if they're by themselves, or if they're older, younger. What does everybody look like within their own time to themselves? I don't know, because I feel like I don't have it as much, and I feel like sometimes my battery can be lower, but I still have to give elsewhere. I guess hence the desire for time management. But anyways, I would say those things. Making the house a home
No, you
and
definitely
trying
gotta
to get better on
manage the
time management.
Yeah. I mean, it's
and
so limited
also
as well.
my fun little caveat to that is I smoke a lot of weed, dude. So it's like it's challenging sometimes, and I'm either totally off or totally on. And right now, I'm totally on, and I'm having fun. Don't get me wrong, but like, man, it can
High as
be
a kite.
oh yeah, and it can just be a challenge sometimes. So, but if I have a schedule, then I'm better off. And that's what I'm working on. But anyways, I would say at least 2025 and on. That's kind of where I've been at.
So speaking
that's a good place to
also
be.
of creative endeavors, since you last recorded, you've launched Lucas MG as well,
Sure.
which we
Fuck,
should
I didn't know
damn
it's
near
been that
shouted
long.
out.
We shouted
almost
out
every episode, trying to get people to
awesome. I mean, thank you. Like, and I almost feel a little timid whenever it's brought up because. And what an adjective to use.
First explain to people what that is.
I mean, that's a great question. I'm kind of figuring it out. Really, it's just, I mean, I guess you could call it a brand, but really it's just purchase or buyable items that I create that are clothing. So I guess a clothing company, I don't know, but they're all design, cut, stitch, all by me. And I'm not as consistent as I should be, hence the aforementioned time management. But I was just telling Christian whenever he got here that it's always something that I'm going to... So, it's always something that I'm going to be doing regardless. So it's always going to be going. So I feel kind of cheesy whenever somebody's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, it's going. Like, I'm not like turning over sales, but I'm like still slowly pushing my own craft.
Absolutely.
Although lately I haven't been where I want to be, and that's just out of getting shit done. Like, it's literally so challenging for me within, not operating on my best framework. But anyways, so that's what it is. It's a clothing company. Check it out. lucasmg.design if anybody wants to look at it.
Please go look at it.
So anyways,
look at it.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Shout out to the homies. I mean, I'm learning to just, you can't do it by yourself, and I'm a pretty by yourself guy. Just like I like, solitude and stuff, but you have to branch out. So whatever, all this stuff on there, I was kind of like marveling at that. I'm like, really, all this stuff on here, I didn't particularly do, like shoot the photos and kind of come up with conceptual designs and this and that. Like, that's all credits to the artist that did that. So I'm learning that process too. Yeah, I mean, you're no stranger to that, Christian.
What? Shout out to Good Natured Souls.
So that's me. What about you, Trent? Yeah, pass the sticks.
I was gonna pass it to Chris.
No, you gotta go next.
We'll go 2025, and I'm kind of right. Well, unless there's anything to touch. I mean, there's a lot. 2024 we didn't touch on. So. I mean, if we're going that route.
Y'all know me, Trent Dickson. Since we last recorded, I've been involved with GNS, of course, trying to participate in more shows, trying to pop out more, and be there for people, assist Sage in whatever he needs, trying to convince him to not do it all by himself. He's a take on everything kind of guy.
I am.
And for those of you who don't know what GNS is, Good Natured Souls, it's an artist collective and a record label comprised of many very beautifully talented artists. But anyway,
is everybody in New York City right now on Good Natured Souls?
Everyone except for Tiara Vernon.
Where's she at?
Shouts out to T.
She's over in ATL.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's in ATL. But I definitely did meet her up here. It was such a cool story. When it's my turn, I'll tell us the story about how that went.
But no, I've been, since we last recorded, I've been conceptualizing and trying to aggressively get these projects that have been in my head for so long done. Which there's movement. Of course, there's not as much movement as I would want, but I'm definitely breaking ground on that. I got a trip to Japan coming up. Whoa! In like a week.
Whoa. Y'all, I've known Trent for 12 to 15 years.
Something like that.
This is a pilgrimage for him. This is
He's been working on this for a long time.
So Japan trip coming.
Yeah, and I'm just right now I'm in a space where it feels like everything is chaos and because it's like so much that I want to do for the trip and so much that needs to be done, and there's not enough of this and there's not enough of that.
You mentioned some late nights recently.
Yeah, part of that is the projects that I'm working on. Yeah, I've actually.
Can we get a little sneak peek at what you're working on?
What is that?
I can. So I've got a few projects. A lot of them involve interviewing. One of the projects you're actually on.
Oh my God! Is that the long roof interview? Dude, I might need to scrap that.
No, we talked about that. I've been meaning to ask you because you said you wanted to redo it.
Yeah,
and so we could absolutely. I have it.
I'm way more mature and well spoken now. Let me tell you,
it was a great interview.
Was it really? Maybe if I listen to it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay,
so that's Project Migration, which has been long in the works. I had an interview that I did, I think, last year, and I'm just finally getting around to getting all the photos done, finishing up the introduction. I got to write your introduction as well. And
I would love to read that.
I want to put that out, at least the first episode out, before my birthday this year.
I think we could do that.
Absolutely. And also have another project, which I don't really want to talk about on air.
Okay.
No, that's good. Keep it on tuck. Keep it in tuck.
And this is kind of spanned into like two different projects. And I'm also trying to finish up all the photos in my backlog.
Okay, so from one inquisitive creator to another, how are you knocking out all these pins. These are a lot.
Honestly, I'm swinging at whatever's in front of me.
I'm just envisioning like you with the baseball bat in a dark room, just fucking wailing on whatever.
You ever
it
seen
is.
that scene from Boys in the where Cuba Gooding Jr.'s crying?
Dude, admittedly, never seen Boys in the
Me
Hood.
neither. I know, me neither.
Whoa!
I
2
know.
out of 3?
Yeah, 2 out of 3. I know they're gonna get it. I'm gonna watch it at home tonight because I know by the time
Really?
someone's gonna be like, no.
Oh yeah.
How could you Sage?
Yo, but
Nah.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out.
But
right now.
is there any strategy day to day? Again, I'm genuinely curious on. Are you like, okay, Thursdays for this, Fridays for that, Saturdays for that, or
No, mainly this past
before work, after work?
few weeks has been mainly photos. It's like get home, work out, review, edit as much as you can before you fall asleep. So I've
Wow.
been kind of chipping away at the photos. That's the most important part, getting the photos.
Okay.
Once I get that done, because the introduction is easy. It's in my head. All I got to do is spew it out on the paper and then record it and bring it all together. So
Now, which project is this exactly?
so right now it's Project Migration. I'm finishing up Micah's photos. Hi, Micah. She's probably
Shout out
going to
to
be,
Micah.
even though you were the first recorded, because we were probably going to re-record
I was.
yours. Even though you were the first
Okay.
recorded, I think hers is ready.
The best,
for the
okay.
most part.
Okay, sick.
I mean,
I want to
essentially-
listen to her.
And let me explain what
Yeah,
Project
what's the
Migration
brief
is.
Yeah, what is
synopsis
it?
of that?
So essentially, what it is about people who have migrated to New York City from different parts of the world. I really want to, because I think in part it's very much about my own struggle in coming here and trying to call this place home. And I think it's a very interesting thing to be uprooted like that. And then to move over to this place that New York is really strange.
Yeah, it's a very prickly place.
It's kind of its own planet. So I'm really interested in how people, especially artists, how people have adjusted once moving from wherever they are, and then how they've made it their home, and what that looks like, on camera. What that feels like for them, and I want to learn about all the struggles they've been through, and then how they've had to adjust and compromise to call this place home.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I was gonna say, like, I'm into when people are like, yo, it isn't for me. Like, if somebody's like, there's different. Yeah, as you said, it's a strange place, and you can't have like one size shoe that fits all.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it works for people, and sometimes it doesn't. And I really respect sometimes when people are like, yo, it's just not for me. Like recently, I had a friend tell me that. And I was just like, whoa, yeah, like it's.
I might come
it's
to
true.
that conclusion like every month. I was like,
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I have gone through different cycles too, where I'm just like, dude, I don't even think like, yeah, I'm gonna
Being here is
stay
worth
or
it.
like,
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that's always why I'm so. And it's so funny too, because in these conversations, like,
I know,
Native
I'm
New
always
Yorkers
that-
are just like immune. Like
I understand because like there's been a few moments where somebody's just like, in your old age, do you see that yourself is gonna still be here? And I'm like, is it bad that I say yes?
I mean,
like I don't know. Like as I've gotten older, I remember when I used to drive around with my dad, and my dad used to be like, "Man, look at all these people, and they're in the same spot that they grew up in." And I was just like, now that I'm older, I'm like, I want to be those people. Like I want to be. I want to be a carrier of the history of being in a city that is ever changing, that is so different at all times, and is just never that is just like always moving. And I don't know. I just love New York City. Like I had the opportunity to move down to Florida with my mom when my parents split up. But who knows? I may have a house down there and I may frequent down there. But I don't know.
Sorry, no,
You're good. I was gonna say I never really see myself outside of here, except for like I don't know where New Yorkers go to rest is what I call it. So
What, Florida?
Florida is one. If they're rich, they go to Connecticut, and if they're just like middle class, they'll go to New Jersey. Or if they're trying to just set up a middle class lifestyle, they'll head over to Jersey.
Yeah,
But I feel like that, and maybe for the very far
squinting,
few,
for
I
those
know,
who can't
like
see.
squinting like crazy hard. They'll maybe go to PA, but other than that, most people just stay in New York.
I'm by. I don't. Yeah, for me, I don't. Texas, like
It's a very interesting thing, and I think also.
Would you ever go to Texas?
I would
What
go
is, like-
visit. I've never been before.
Really? Actually, yeah, that makes.
I never been. I
Okay.
have to expand my horizons, and that's been my goal for the years.
I love
expand
that.
my
Expanding
horizons.
horizons.
Yeah, because I think I've realized that I don't think I am used to change as much as I think I was. I thought I was more open to change, but as I'm like trying to move up and move around, I feel like I've been used to things for so long, even though like my lifespan is not that long. Like I'm only 24 as of recording now, but even then, it just feels like haven't seen a real change in my internal environment all that much. So I think a good shakeup and just getting used to it. I feel like I'm always home is where the heart is, and I'm always nomadic. So even though New York is my home, it's very easy to have a nomadic personality and just blend in with all the different cultures, but still be yourself as molded by the environment too. So
Where do you consider home, Trent? This is almost like a what is truth almost.
Yeah.
Because my answer fluctuates.
yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. What is
I don't
true
know yet.
to you?
Or does
I
it
don't
even
know
have
yet.
to be a singular place too?
I had a
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a singular place. I had a really interesting experience in Iceland. And there's actually a picture I took on my phone. I've never had this happen to me before. I'll find it for y'all if I can. But
Yeah, describe it.
I was driving and I passed up this, I guess, apartment complex or something. And I had this feeling of like, yo, this is home. Like I've never
What?
felt like that. And I
Wow.
had to pull over and take a picture of it.
That's
What?
It was like I can't describe
Wow.
it, but it felt right, and it felt like I was supposed to be there.
What?
Wow.
Oh, take that podcast name.
But it was
Wow.
definitely
Was this a
nothing.
Was
I've
this a
ever
previous
experienced.
residence in an Icelandic
Maybe.
lifetime?
Maybe I was Icelandic in my
What
past
would
life,
your
maybe.
Icelandic
That was-
name
that
have
was-
been?
that was Trenticus.
Christian, what would his Icelandic name have been?
Trenticus Eldix on.
Wait,
No, what would it give us a realistic if you can, unless we're,
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just
are those
I think-
American names?
Trent's. I don't know if Trent is really an American name.
it's
I don't know.
I think it's English and
Trent.
is it English? It's English and Irish and its origins.
Maybe.
Like I
Really?
want to say it's like
Christian, our
from
names
the
are
Trent
biblical.
River.
Yeah, yeah.
Something
Or
like
can
that.
be rooted in the Bible, right?
Rooted in the Bible, and then,
Yeah.
and like English translations of them, because there's a lot of Christians across wherever Christianity touched. There's always the versions of the names of the Bible in their local tongue.
Yeah.
So like, you can have like Michael or Macau. Because some
Macau.
people, because
Or Miguel.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Miguel.
both of my names are
Yeah.
Lucas Miguel.
Yeah.
Both are
Lucas.
Yeah, so
Wow.
a lot of modern names are from
Beautiful.
a lot of, especially men's names. I feel like men's names come from either folklore, oftentimes what they did as like I don't know, John Smith.
craft?
He was a blacksmith, or whatever, and then it just travels down. And some people would like reassign their name with their like from their American story, but a lot of male names come from like it always feels like folklore, or from storytell, or from like narrative itself.
so.
So it's very interesting.
Yo, Trent is still mindlessly scrolling, looking for this pic.
I'm in the Iceland ones, and I passed, and I'm like passed up.
I'm going
the
for
section I thought it was in.
sentiment. Tell me of the emotions
feeling,
that
yeah.
ran through
Delete
your
that
veins.
photo? I
There's no
could not
freaking way
have.
of your current or previous residence. That would have been.
That is
Yeah.
Well, okay,
wild. That's
nobody can
wild.
even see it, so describe it. What was the land like? What was the? Give us the lay of the land.
was
For some
actually
reason, I'm
by-
seeing almost like a brutalist, like big windows or something. Or is this an old cottage style, or what are we looking at?
Damn it, I'm pissed because I wanted y'all to see it at least.
It can be the.
yeah.
because I know I have the picture. It exists.
We'll find
You know
it,
what? We'll have it the picture of the
Oh, I know
episode.
where it is. I know where it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I
But-
know where it is.
but yeah,
My
I
fault.
feel like,
But no, it was there was like two long stretches of street. It was like this
long
building that felt like old stone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just had a very neighborhood kind of feeling.
Is this Was there like central AC, give or take? Like, give me
I didn't
is
get
it
I didn't go
older,
inside
newer?
the building. I didn't go inside.
I feel like it was probably like
I would now.
I'm envisioning it's like old. Like,
I'm envisioning like some not crazy old. I feel like it'll be like built in like the 2000s type of architecture, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm seeing cottage vibes almost.
really.
Right. No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't.
I feel like Europe doesn't really have that many
okay.
cottages in Iceland that much. Like those type of like wood cottages, unless you're near like the water. But I feel like that's not where Trent was from the pictures that.
All right, I'm kind of obsessed with finding this. But no, it was a very gray stone building.
And why did it just strike this chord with you?
I don't know.
You just happened to look over?
It might have been where I was at the time. I was very much at peace as well. But I don't know, something about it. It was that I was drawn to.
So, how long were you in the vicinity of this place?
It was just for that day because I lived. Where I was staying was
you
away
were there,
from
bro.
everything.
Really?
You're in the middle.
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
But I'll find it in a second when I give Christian a chance to do his piece. But to finish up, that's what I've been working on and trying to figure out where everything fits in my life. I think last time we sat down and do this, I was working at the other place. But now I'm working at a new
place. Should we dox their ass or what?
Where's the bleep? I haven't done this.
Yeah, I know what it is. I was gonna give it to
Yeah.
the people. They sue you.
Probably.
Nah, but I just
Defamation.
don't.
Oh,
That'll suffice. I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We couldn't find
it was,
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even hear y'all because the bleep was in my headphones too. But I do know that. Yeah. Okay.
But no. So that's been an interesting journey because I've had to, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I finally got into a position where I felt comfortable doing the job. Where I had to, whereas where
Priceless.
I started it was in a place where it was wholly new, as opposed to this thing that I've been doing,
For a while.
for like 3 years. So yeah, that's that. But that's where I'm at now. I'm in a solid place. It's a good place.
Okay.
But definitely trying to push forward. But
As we all are, brother.
yeah, we're gonna pass it off to Eclectic Sage.
Hey.
Where have
Hello.
you been since we last recorded?
I've been
yeah.
working. I've been doing good. A lot of chapters have been closing, and a lot of new ones have been, progressing at the meantime. I felt like 2024 was definitely a year for finishing off a lot of chapters, and this year is just like seeing the rewards of all those long years before that of hard work. And this year's the year of the snake, if you're familiar with Lunar New Year calendar, and that's the year that I was born. So I feel like it's a
Can
new.
we pause for a second because I
Yeah.
found the photo?
Yeah, you found a photo. Let's see. I'm
Big
ready.
reveal. This will be the. This should be the.
The cover.
Yeah, the cover. Whoa! It's
that
giving
does look nice.
London, kind of.
Very Europe
Wow,
vibes,
no,
European vibes.
it is
Was it close to what you
immediately
imagined?
cozy. Yes, I thought it was its own solo standing building, freestanding building. It's giving cozy. I would definitely
Look at
pull
that
up.
and see home.
Whenever I see
Oh
that,
wow,
on,
that is really nice. I can see you living there. I can see you living
whenever
there.
Street
I
View
support
pops
it.
up when I'm mapping there, I'd be like, all right, cool,
This is it.
we're good.
We should put this as
This
a
will be
cover.
fun.
Sorry if you live there though.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Your Icelandic
we didn't
property
actually dox
is-
the neighborhood, so you'll
Yeah,
you're good.
shout out to that trip. I
That
feel like
does
that
look
trip
nice.
was it was really nice for your soul. I definitely
It
I saw when you came back that it definitely soothed your spirit, and that's what I feel like going on a trip does, especially when you're in the city too.
Yeah. But yeah, back to you, Christian.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where you been since we last recorded?
I've been working on just realizing and executing on where I want to be, and kind of discerning what my internal truth is and just my sense of self. And I feel like I'm more attuned to who I am, what my sense of self is, what my life I want, what I want it to be like, what I like, what I desire. I feel like even just listening to like the old episodes, like I do listen to the first episode every so often. I feel like I have a greater sense of self. I have a greater sense of experience, and I feel like I'm just pushing to with a lot of intention. As far as like where I am this year, I do want to produce more music. That's been my main thing, and just focus on a lot more of myself. I do give a lot to other people's energies too, so I completely understand the time management. So
it's really. How did you word that?
Just like pour a lot into other people's cups. So it's like
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
What did you actually? Well, I guess it's being recorded, so we can find out. But, I loved how you said that. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no worries. So I think that the allegory goes that like you're given a bunch of water, right? And sometimes you have to pour into your cup, and replenish yourself, and other times you pour from yourself to others, and so that's like your energy, your time, your love, your commitment. And so I feel like lately I have been pouring into other people's cups, as I like to do. Exist altruistic is my saying. I love saying that. But I think it's coming the season that I, replenish my well, replenish for myself. And I really want to really be excited for the music. I feel like I fell back in love with music, especially over the last couple of weeks. Like, for context, like in 2023, when we first started a podcast, I had like thousands and thousands of listening sessions and minutes of music that I've listened to. And then 2024, I didn't really have too much. I think it was just more so of finishing school, which I'm happy I finished, so I graduated. So that's a big improvement. That was one thing that I said that I wanted to do in one of the year-end episodes. I finished. I have my degree.
Yes, sir.
So that's beautiful to me.
Cash App him, y'all.
What? Yo, Cash App.
It's never too late.
Yes,
Never
come
too
on.
late.
So fully graduated, ready to like changed into a new job. That's like my first full-time job. Went to go visit family. Got to see my sister turn 15. That was so beautiful.
Wow.
And just see like how my siblings are growing up. Got to see my friend like produce a project after many years of hiatus. Shout out Prince Inspiration. I definitely want to do an interview.
Shout out to Prince
with him for the season, but
Prinspiration.
Prinspiration.
I just came.
Shout out to Lucas for your new name.
Wait, sir, nobody said that before?
No, I don't think so.
Prinspiration.
Yeah, and then
it sounds a lot like perspiration.
It kind of does. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of.
Then he keeps the souls quenched. I don't know if people like that. You gotta be like, well, like, say, what are you talking about? Oh my gosh! But he came out with a project called Still Alive, and that's how I feel for this year.
Still alive.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm still alive, and it's just like, just the nature of how that is just a protest to a lot of the obstacles that we face in life. Like it is like a testament to your character when you do say I'm still alive. So I helped them release that. Shout out to Jules for mixing and engineering that, all the people involved in that. We're still running that. Working on Good Natured Souls. So I'm creating this music label. I want it to be a cooperative. So I want it to be that every artist owns a part of the label so that we can grow it mutually. And that we're, doing a thing that is unique and that actually honors the artist and gives us a sense of peace and a sense of growth as we get older. So yeah, I'm putting a lot of time into Good Natured Souls and what it means to be a good natured soul in my personal life, and just maintaining my friendships and my relationships. A lot of my friendships I still have from elementary school, and just dissecting self, and that's where I've been lately. And you know what? I'm going through phases. That's where I'm at right now.
He
so.
said the name of the thing.
Yeah. So
what was it you just said about you've been something to the effect of looking inward? What was it exactly?
Yeah. So just like looking inward and being more introspective. Like even the nature of how my relationships are. Like for context too. Like a lot of my friends are very like queer facing and understanding like how that influences my personality, the relationships, and how love is very present in my relationships, and the philosophy and the psychology and the ways in which we interact with each other, and the uniqueness that it gives, and the beauty of my friendships, because I have friends from all walks of life, and that in itself is a very beautiful thing too. And I think that speaks to like that New York situation. Like there's very few places in the world, and I'm very privileged to be a New York native, to have grown up in the Bronx, to have seen like the people from different walks of life and the ways that I change and how that changes my environment and how we coexist and mingle and are. I'm not really an independent entity. I'm interdependent. I'm very much dependent on my audience, my friends, my environment, my community, myself, my relationship to my many selves across time, the context that gives truth to myself. And really just been sitting with that and just trying to grow as a person, because I don't have it all figured out. And I just reflect on that because my parents got married by this age, like that I am now. And I'm like, that is crazy.
Wild.
That is crazy. So just a lot of reflecting and seeing like I want to grow and doing a lot of writing, and taking my time.
It's important too.
Yeah.
While trying to get so much done, being patient.
Yeah, being
It's
patient.
a hell of a juxtaposition.
Being patient is like honestly the hardest part, because I already know the plan of what I want to do. I've been executing, I've been working, but also just understanding that these are the times that you look back upon fondly. Like even when we first initiated like the podcast, when it was just a conversation in the Whitney, and we're talking about like James Dean, and we're talking about like these people that inspired the podcast.
Shout out Edward Hopper.
Yeah, and everyone,
Shout out to Edward.
Yep, and just things that continue through time, like you don't realize where the time goes. So I've been just more so just present in that and just focusing in that. And yeah, I'm just very grateful for that too. And from last season, just trying to push forward. So this season, I really want to be more ambitious and execute. And now that I have the time to just invest more resources into the things I believe in, because there's a lot of things that I wasn't able to do that I did believe in, but now that I have the means to do the things I believe in, it's just like, go for it. Take the risk. Take the moment to believe in it more.
I love that.
Well said.
You kind of went into the next, I guess, section of it. Where do we see the podcast going? What are we hoping for season 3? What do we want to get out of it?
You know what I want? Then I'll say it on air.
Yeah,
you know what I want? This is about me. No, I'm just kidding. I think we need structure. That's what I want within this podcast. I want structure. More, not even necessarily more of, but like a line that we follow throughout, whether that be topical, structural, even with our own time, right? Go all the way back to time management.
Yeah.
And like really just hot pocket windows where we're just like knocking them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is too, is with that, I think I work best like following y'all's format. So like whenever you just got to take me along for the ride, then like I think that's when I'm at my best. But that's what I'll say, structure within the pod.
Structure.
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
pod. Okay.
You?
Okay. Is that
You
your,
good,
that's your
sir?
only thing that you want from the pod?
I think I like the pod. Yeah.
Because like I think through that, then we're just gonna keep going. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like growth and whatever, sure, all that, but
all that
like,
other shit.
I mean, But the thing is too is like that's like the byproduct off of having the quality pod, right?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I think this quad is really good quality. I think it's that sense of home, and I've been like, especially evaluating that in my environment. Like, I definitely want to find a sense of home, and I think, like, I did start up therapy and everything, and I talked about it last season.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, so I started up therapy. It's been really good, but a central theme for me is just finding a sense of home. Especially with my parents having been divorced when I was younger, that was like a big impact, and just the split nature of my household and just more personal things. But I think just finding a sense of home, even within myself, because it's very much easy to be alienated from the environment or where you grew up from, or to let time slip you. And I think that's what this kind of coming season is for, just finding a sense of home, a sense of stability and structure. And I feel like we're moving towards that. So I 100% agree. I think just having just the facilities to do the art too.
Yeah,
and I think
it's huge. Yeah.
I think something to facilitate the art. And it's like, microphones facilitate the medium of the voice.
Yeah.
And, they facilitate the medium of singing, dancing, communication. communication, not communicating, but
That too.
but forward-facing communication.
Where do you see the pod, or what would you like to, I guess, achieve or see, so on and so forth?
For me, I would really like the pod to delve deeper into, keep on delving deeper into the worlds that we like to do or we like to see as an artist. And I think the best attribute of our podcast, having sitting with it and having like dissected it, is the nature of what we write in our bios. Like 3 artists unite to kind of understand what it means to be an artist, to be a living artist. And I think just the nature of that, and not really doing it for a legacy, but just doing it to make it achievable, make it approachable, I think that's our biggest asset. So I think as a person, just charting our journeys within ourselves and within that, I feel like doing that and having that also reflect in the nature of us finding a home. Because I feel like that's what an artist really needs, a place to feel home and not outcasted, a place to feel like they can create. And, the creation is not just like a dream illusion. Because it's like, I've been bringing this topic a lot with Trent over the last couple months while we're on hiatus. And it was facing like the idea that artists are very much in a mode in society that's not really a privileged mode. It's like most people take from an outside experience and bring onto themselves to make their identity singular or whole. And it's like an artist wants to create something that doesn't exist to make themselves whole. And so it's counter to a lot of what society pushes you to do. And in that kind of causes like a restlessness and wanting a sense of home and creating some type of space, some type of structure for yourself. I think the podcast can do that. And even when I do Good Nature Souls, that's what I want to do. And when I'm with my friends, like that's all I'm aiming to do, just creating avenues for myself to find a sense of home.
You know what's interesting? I think we have done that for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Maybe not as extreme as the sense of a home, but as far as having like a safe space for people to come on and like be themselves. Especially with last season with all the guests we had on, a lot of the feedback that I got from the guests is like how much they love it and how much they enjoy doing it and how much they were ready to come back on anytime we want.
Wow.
But no, to answer that question, what do I want? Of course, structure, which we've been kind of building. Like I've got so many scripts on my computer that I've
ready.
written.
Whoa.
And then I've got
Whole topic.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're building towards that. But structure, most definitely. And I also want to be ambitious. Like I want to do very weird and different things. Which we can talk about once the recording button is off. But
I definitely want to do more video.
Definitely more video. But yeah, I just wanna progress it into the next thing. I want to see it morph into something more. I don't want it to be, feel like we're doing the same thing. Although that thing is great,
right?
I just wanna, tweak a little bit and let it go in a very natural way.
Facts. I know what you're talking about, so I'm gonna keep it on the wraps. But yeah.
Beautiful.
But and other than that, I just want to keep doing it with my good friends.
That's the whole point, to keep the friends around.
So shouts out to Kirk for making this episode happen without you.
Without you. You know what?
This episode would not be possible.
Kurt? Shout out to Kirk.
To tell a story for the audience, this gentleman works at an establishment. He helped out a musician one time. That musician happened to be the son of John Coltrane. And me and Lucas went to go see him perform at the Vanguard, and it was such a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
and
that was
you never
really
know,
amazing time.
Yeah, you never know how much a single act of kindness can really get you, and I feel like that is my New York experience. That the more kindness I put out there, for sure, the more I've been rewarded as a person, and I feel like all of us could speak to that. Like just a single act of kindness just may have moved you in a specific way, and
Kirk, you did that for us.
You did that for us, so that's why
we love you, dog.
For this season,
Whoa! First it was the episode. We're dedicating the season to the guy.
I'm sorry, Kirk. You're only getting this episode. I'm sorry to break it to you. But
episode 1's important.
Episode 1, and for a new season, and for a reuniting of the trio.
Beautiful.
It's a
Can't
great
wait,
time.
folks. Won't you join us? Come along. Come along on the
Will
ride.
you come? They used to say that in church all the time. So, shout outs, thank yous, other than Kirk.
Shout out to Kurt. Shout out to everybody listening. My goodness, if you made it this far too, love y'all.
A lot of people make it.
Yeah, we'll give it our absolute best. If you made it this far, we love y'all so much. Seriously, love y'all. That's all I have.
Shout out to all the people that have reached out about Lucas, asking when he's gonna be back. Shout out to the people that listen and ask, hey, when are you gonna post another episode?
Yes, a lot of people have been bugging us. A lot of people have been bugging us surprisingly. Like,
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people are like, when is your episode come out? My brother was like, oh yeah, I miss Lucas.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's starting. That's when the parasocial relationship kicks in.
Yeah,
So,
love y'all for real. That's insane.
Hey,
if anybody has actually, I guess enjoyed my input. I find that just fascinating.
Absolutely, and thank yous to anyone who's willing to listen. Thank you to the people that have subscribed and not even listened, but thank you to the people that thought about listening. It still counts for me. It still counts.
Yeah,
Sir Sage.
I think I want to say thank you to all the people that have made my journey possible. Thank you to everyone on Good Nature Souls. Y'all make my day every day.
GNS.
Shout out to Friends Inspiration. Shout out to Tiara. Shout out to Jules, Jazz, Janai, Mari, Trent, Lucas, all these people. I'm trying to think of who else am I missing. Definitely missing somebody. I feel like I said most everybody on Good Nature Souls. If they got me, they got me. But also shout out to Mod. Shout out to Free. Shout out to Courtney. Shout out to all those people that definitely make us. Shout out to Thrills too. It's his birthday soon.
Did you shout out Atlanta Connection?
Yeah,
Sierra's in there.
Yeah, Sierra's in there.
Had to make sure.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody keeps me on my toes, especially on my artist stuff, and I appreciate people that see that I am doing artistry, and instead of saying like no, don't do it, just look at that and just tell me keep going. I feel like that is a big thank you and shout out. It goes a long way, and it got me to this point. So thank you.
And shouts out to you for making it to the end of this episode. You have been a very, very beautiful, invisible audience.
Yes.
Love you, mean it.
I don't need no beat.
I do it all on my own. Look, this feel like the final lap till I reach victory. I've been on this journey chasing after what God sent for me. Hopping on these instrumentals, give them all these symphonies. Melodies so beautiful and bars that keep you into me. Entity is godly, how I go keep up this energy. I don't need no beat, it's in my heart, you know it's meant to be. Opposite of what a quarter thinks, you know it's destiny. Best of me, give you all.